Now I'm gonna do the brake pads. So all we need here is a Phillips head screwdriver to take this cover off here, and if needed, a razor blade to cut open the bag, and then brake pads, obviously. And then I think there's 2 Allen bolts to take off the caliper to get to the brake pads. I just don't have that out yet because I don't know what size it is. There's that. And then we'll just set the guard off to the side and dig out any trash that's left in here, or any trash and dirt or whatever's inside here. Now I'm not sure what size Allen this is, but it is Allen's in there, Allen heads. So I'm just gonna go get the Allen wrench and I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna try this one. All right, it is a 6mm Allen wrench, and they're on there pretty tight. So you may also have to like put something on them or grab them hard. The other one I just stepped on it, but you might not want to do that. That could break them. But if you pull hard enough, they'll come off. And you just gotta take the bolts off the caliper here. It's just these 2 bolts in the top. And my brake disc might need replaced, but it's okay for now. And this may be a little difficult to slide off here, but it should come off. If you press the brakes up here in the front and go forward with the bike, it should slide off smoothly. It's not seeming like it's going to work right now, but come on. And you don't want to take this bleeder valve out or loosen that to relieve pressure of the pistons, because that will let air into your lines. There we go. To take these old pads off, there are just 2 more Allen wrench bolts or Allen heads in there. Just make sure you get all that dirt out of them. And I believe it's probably a 4mm Allen head or Allen wrench for these in here. These, if you can see them, right here, right below my finger, and right here. It's probably 4mm, but I'm gonna go grab an Allen wrench and find out. I got an Allen wrench here. You might have a better chance of having the caliper on the bike to loosen these bolts. I might want to put it over top here. There. And then That's a little difficult there. You might want to put the bolts actually back in to loosen these. Now, this is my first time changing brake pads on this dirt bike, or really any dirt bike. So, next time I'll have to remember this, but since you're watching this video, you should now know that it's easier to take out these bolts with it on. And these also have a possibility of breaking, so you're just going to watch out not to put too much force on it. There we go. Oh. There we go. Alright, now just finished taking out these bolts. Well, actually, if you want, you can take them out, but then we got to take out the caliper. Now, again, you guys should not have to take out the caliper and put it back in to take these bolts out. I just did that because I did not realize you had to take these bolts were in there that much. And there's that back off. And then these bolts hold it in there. These are like pins that hold the brake pads. And then this wrench here is 3/16. And but the millimeter, I don't know if that's metric or whatever all that stuff is, but this one works fine. There is a possibility that this will strip it out, but the millimeter one, whatever metric, whatever, is better. It fits, it's the right one. Whatever, it's probably 4 millimeter probably for this. And those would fit in here a little bit better, but it's, this one will work. And then now your brake pads should just slide right out. Here they are. Here's one of them. And there definitely has barely any pad left, so it needed replaced. And this one had like no pad left. It really needed to be replaced. So now you gotta get your new set of brake pads, cut them open. If I can actually cut it. And these look exactly like the old ones. Keep knocking my camera over here. There we go. So I got my new brake pads. They look exactly like the old ones. And then this, it has the piston in there, if you guys can see it. Right in there. And that needs compressed a little bit to get your new, thicker brake pads in. So I'll be right back. Which, this, you can, I did not realize, I kind of forgot that you had to push this back in. So you will need something to clamp those back together with. Which I'm just using one of these C-clamps. And they fit right on in here. And this should compress super easy. Oh, there we go. And you just gotta go pretty far. You shouldn't have to go too far in, just a good ways. I went just about all the way in. There we go. Which that won't hurt anything, just gotta push it all the way back in there. And it goes in there, like I said, pretty easy. And then just stick your brake pads back in here. And the pad themselves has to be against each other. Just gotta hold them in there and then stick the pins back in. Get them all lined up in here. I'm not very good at this, but this is my first time. I did brake pads on ATVs, but never on a dirt bike yet. And then you just want to tighten them down just where the threads start to go in. And then after that, you can go ahead and put your, oh dang it, I didn't get the back brake pad in for this one. But alright, there we go. And then like I said, you can just get it to where the threads start to go in. And then you just gotta spread out these brake pads where they fit right on your brake disc there. And then you get the bolts back over here for the caliper. And you go ahead and line it up, the caliper to the mounting brackets. And you put your bolts in and start tightening them down. There we go. And then you can tighten them down pretty tight, but not too tight to where they strip out. Like you don't want to step on them to tighten them back up. And then this is where you go ahead and tighten up the things, the screws here that hold in your brake pads. And these tighten down pretty good, which you don't want to stand on the wrenches to put those back in either. And then there, you can hold down the brake pedal and open this, well actually, you can pump the brake a couple of times to get the brake pads like touching the disc and stuff, how they're supposed to be. And then